What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering with some breaking news. Well, it appears somebody's not telling the truth because Discord came out and confidently said that there was nothing on this guy's Discord server that would indicate any type of plan or admission of guilt or any of that thing. Well, just so happens, thanks to my Discord. Now, to be fair, the initial research said that there was no planning. They conveniently left out a pretty big piece of information. Now, maybe they couldn't say anything because it was under investigation. I don't know. But this was just shared with me from my members' chat room. So definitely get in there. We have a confession. By the way, yeah, if you haven't yet, I'll give you a break on mentioning it after today, but really want to grow our members area on thequartering.com/join. You can talk directly with me and hundreds of other people. Get the breaking news before anyone else. Get topic suggestions into me. Join our groups. We've got fantasy football groups. We've got self-defense groups. We've got moms group, book club group, video game groups, all sorts of stuff like that. So quartering.com/join. I'd really love to see you join today. Now, breaking news. Charlie Kirk assassin did, in fact, post a confession on Discord after the incident.
All right, breaking right now, reports of a confession posted on Discord from Charlie Kirk's suspected assassin hours before, after the murder, but hours before his father turned him in to authorities in Utah. This is Washington Post reporting on this at this point.
So remember, again, I'm skeptical of what the FBI has been able to unearth and what would have been unearthed anyway. We know that basically the dad just turned him in. That there wasn't some kind of great investigative thing that happened and they cracked the case. No, they published a picture. His dad recognized his own son, as dads often will. And his dad basically made him confess. And then he did, and he was turned in. But before that, he confessed to it in his Discord group. And interestingly, again, I have believed, and I continue to believe, that there are other members in that Discord group that knew this was happening, whether it was through his private messages. Now, we're going to know tomorrow because, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe whatever channel you're watching this on and turn notifications on because whenever we get the formal charges announced, supposedly we'll hear more, but let's continue this.
Justice correspondent David Spunt joining me now live from Washington. Hi, David. What can you tell us?
Hi, Martha. About 2 hours before he was turned into authorities, this according to the Washington Post. We are working to independently confirm this as well, but the Washington Post says that Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old suspect charged in Charlie Kirk's murder, confessed, and I want to read this according to the Washington Post, writing on Discord, that social media chat group that the FBI says he used, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." This coming from the Washington Post.
Who is he sorry to? His friends? Is he, I'm sorry. I mean, I think, by the way, earlier than this kid's group had put it together that it was him. They all basically knew it was him.
Now, this comes as DOJ officials began late last week and over the weekend looking at the potential for at least one federal charge. No guarantee they'll get there. A department spokesperson declined comment, but a source familiar said investigators are not ruling anything out at this time, especially his online gaming presence, his chats, as we just mentioned. Who was he talking to? What did he say? FBI Director Kash Patel said this earlier this morning. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the things that he said because we now know essentially what his final plan was. I care about who else knew. I care about who else knew that he was doing this and how many days before ahead of time.
He had a text message exchange, he, the suspect, with another individual, in which he claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do it because of his hatred for what Charlie stood for.
So who was that individual and why wasn't it reported? What did that individual say? I feel like that should be made public. I want to know if, you know, this individual is, you know, I don't know if it's not really a crime to not report a crime, but maybe this person might be a part of a network, a part of what radicalized this guy. I mean, it's worth knowing.
This investigation is just begun. This isn't even the beginning of the beginning. You know, yes, we have a subject in custody. You know, everybody's innocent until proven guilty in our constitutional republic. However, this is not done by any stretch.
Patel also batting down criticism from some even on the right about his handling of the probe. He put out a social media post hours.
Well, he put out his tweet of an article that was saying Trump was praising him.
After Kirk died, saying that there was a subject in custody only to be released. And he addressed that, saying that he could have worded it a little bit better. Today at the FBI, history was made when former Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey became the co-deputy director along with Dan Bongino. When we asked...
I wonder why that is. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder now there's now a co-deputy director? That's an interesting little nugget, right?
This means all parties involved on the record say this is a positive move for the Bureau, Martha.
I don't know. I don't think the sole CEO of a company or something like that would tell you that it's a good idea if he suddenly has to share his title of CEO. But here's some more coverage on it. You know, what's interesting is Discord did say, you know, Discord explicitly said they found nothing. How many times have they lied about their platform's use? I'm not really going to, you know, go after Discord because, I mean, I can't imagine how in the heck they could monitor this type of thing. But they didn't say that he didn't confess. They said that there was no evidence of him planning it. Maybe there really wasn't any. I mean, certainly there was, you know, again, previously Discord has said an internal investigation found no evidence that the suspect planned this incident or promoted attacks on Discord. That's not them saying he didn't confess. So I think it's important to make distinctions when distinctions are important. Apparently, or also don't forget, he had a rabid obsession with Charlie Kirk, and he chillingly wrote that he had the perfect plan to take out the conservative icon. Now, this could be why he didn't check out himself. This could be why he decided that maybe he thought he could beat the charges, because he is maintaining his innocence now in prison, even though he typed that confession in his Discord to his friends. Like, maybe he thinks he's going to be able to get away with it. I don't know. They have DNA match on the towel that wrapped the weapon. They have DNA match on the ground where he laid, which is actually crazy. Must be sweat, I assume. There's a DNA match. There will be a DNA match on the weapon, almost certainly. I don't know. I mean, there are people out there saying, it's a patsy, it's a patsy. Look, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I can't prove it's not. All the evidence we see points to a guy who was dating a trans person, got, you know, indoctrinated into far left politics. We know he was obsessed with Charlie Kirk. Multiple sources have said this, his family and friends. We know that his boyfriend was into far left politics. We know that he was into far left politics. Sometimes, sure, it's a perfect gift wrapped, you know, case. Sure. But sometimes Occam's razor is real, and he was just a lunatic that got lucky. You know, that had an opportunity, and you know, unfortunately something didn't stop him from doing this. He had a rabid obsession with Charlie Kirk. He vowed to take him out because he hated his views, boasting that he had the perfect plan. But who did he tell this to? I think it's pretty clear based on the statements of family members, friends, and some messaging on these digital footprints left behind. He had an obsession with Charlie Kirk. FBI Deputy Director told Fox News Newsroom on Monday. I mean, how do we know? How do we know? Who did he tell that he had a perfect plan to? There's so much. It's like, I wish they would just release more. He had a text exchange with another individual in which he claimed that he had the opportunity to take Charlie Kirk out, and he was going to do it because he hated what Charlie stood for. Again, who is this individual? Why did he feel so comfortable revealing to them that they were going to commit this crime? You know? Why did he feel so comfortable projecting this crime? He was so comfortable, he didn't think any of these people were going to turn on him. He didn't think any of these people were going to turn him in. He was telling anyone who would listen that he would, apparently, that he had a plan to do it and he was going to do it. He left a note behind that was mysteriously destroyed by his boyfriend. And so far, no charges for the boyfriend for destruction of evidence, which is crazy. That should absolutely be happening. I'm worried that we're going to see some sort of plea deal where this other guy who I think was at least involved somewhat in the planning is going to walk in exchange for testifying against him. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm sick to my stomach about it. I want everybody who touched this anywhere at all along the line to have serious consequences. I mean, oh my God, yeah, we're going to talk about this teacher on my second. I have a second channel video coming up next over on Jeremy Hambly. If you haven't subscribed there, there's a teacher that made his kids watch, 9-year-olds watch this video. It's crazy. Charlie Kirk's suspect astonishing it was me confession. It was me. Sorry, guys. Oh, he also finished it with, I'm sorry for all this. Thanks for all the laughs. That's what he finished off with. Thanks for all the laughs. Psychopath. This guy is not, I don't think we're ever going to get a trial, but I'm hopeful we will. But it seems like about as open and shut case as possible. We'll get more information tomorrow. So make sure you turn on your notifications. We'll talk to you again real soon.